Everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Ian is a Weirdo. So today I'm going to be continuing working on my rainbow witchy hat, and yep, that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to take out some stitch markers, and we're going to start working on the brim. And I think I should be able to complete it if I stick with it this time, but we'll see. So I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. My day's been good so far. I can't believe it's Sunday. It's kind of crazy to think that the weekend is gone. Then also, it's crazy to think that it's the weekend just because my schedule is so weird. So, let me turn my music down real quick because I can't. If it's really loud, I can't talk and think and everything at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's crazy to think that it is the end or getting to be the end of Sunday already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I spent the morning, I went to a meeting this morning, and then I was just kind of going around the area and kind of checking out some things. And it was cool because, so I went to the meeting, and one of my goals has been trying to make more connections with people, like in person here, because 3, 4, 5, 6. I do have a tendency to be a total hermit, and I'm really trying to get out of that habit. So after the meeting, some people invited me for coffee, which was very nice of them. And I went and got coffee, going to push myself out of my comfort zone. And that was super nice and chill. And then, yeah, we just chatted for a little bit. I was there for about, I don't know, like 30, 45 minutes with them, and then made my way back home. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No. I also recorded a video for my makeup channel. So I know some of you know that I have multiple YouTube channels. My second one, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but I started a makeup channel. I guess I converted. Did I start a new one, or did I convert an old one that had like 2 people following it? Either way, and I want to do YouTube tutorials on how to do certain things with makeup, and then also I want to just do makeup looks. So I think a lot of my makeup looks will just end up there. I want to have it be kind of related to like my professional development and getting gigs and stuff like that. So I'll be probably like censoring myself a lot more in that. So if I'm not feeling like censoring myself or pre-recording it, and I want to do it live, it'll probably end up on this channel rather than on my makeup channel, because again, just being professional. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not that you can't cuss and be professional, but you know, that's just kind of what I want to do with that. So, like I did one look that that I'm gonna have to do a little bit of editing on the video because I dropped a couple dropped a couple curse words in there. But you know me, that's just kind of, and I think that's kind of just how I do makeup, and I've never really had anyone that I was doing makeup on cared that much. And if they did, I was able to kind of clock that pretty soon and censor myself before that started. So it's different because I'm so used to like on YouTube just kind of being myself and being very natural and off the cuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Um, that the thought of censoring myself in a video is very weird and different for me. Um, but it's okay to try new things and see how it works. And if I end up not being able to censor myself as much as I thought, then that's just what it's going to be. But but yeah, so today I did like an eyebrow tutorial and it was like 30 minutes long. And I don't think I can upload it right now. I wonder if I can. It'll probably slow down um, my streaming, so I won't do it right now. Um, but yeah, I did that, and then I got to edit the other look that I did and upload that. I don't want to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't want to like review products and stuff on there. That's not the kind of makeup channel that I want. I don't really care about that kind of stuff. Like, I might try something and be like, oh, this is good, but that'll be kind of like the extent of it, I think. I don't really want to do like in depth. I don't know. Maybe I do. I don't know. I I feel like finding honest reviews on really anything is really challenging. And maybe I don't know. I don't know if other people feel this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But I find it really difficult to tell like who is being honest in their reviews and who's not. And um, it makes it hard to know like what I should actually like if I'm going to get something, like what I should actually get because I just don't know if people were being honest or not. And that's really frustrating to me. It's like if you're gonna review something, just be like, please just be honest about it. 2, 6. Okay, I didn't do my increases right, but if I did enough of them, then the count should be right. Okay, 1, 2. Sorry, give me 1 second. How are you? Welcome in to this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah, I did enough. I just miscounted along the way. So I've been tossing on the idea of whether or not I kind of, well, really more so about like how I want to um, uh, do selling from this point on because prior to Joanne's closing, I would make everything made to order. So I didn't have any pre-made items, because when I did do that, I would like not sell them for a very long time, if ever, and then I would just have stuff lying around. And so I really didn't want to do that anymore. So I started doing made to order so that one, people could get exactly what they wanted, and two, I wouldn't have to wait. I wouldn't have to just like have all of the stuff not uh, I wouldn't have to have all this stuff lying around. However, with the closing of Joann's, it's challenging because a lot of the prices that I found, unless they're through a site like Premiere or something like that, are not really stable. Like if I go through Walmart, or if I just, I kind of have a difficult time with Michael's online, and no yarn store that sells value yarn is close to me. So I I can't. Sorry, I'm all over the place today. Um, so I'm like, okay, well, if I just pre-make these items, I sell them as is, then that might be the better option for right now until I can get a better handle on kind of how I'm gonna do this new model of my crochet business. Um, this is especially hard with things like my packers, because my packers like will still be made to order, but getting the colors, it's like, well, the timing, like where does which where am I getting the yarn from, and do they have consistent shipping, or are they going to get held up? Are they in the U.S.? Because if they're not in the U.S., then there's the additional component of like things getting held up in customs, and then I have to time, like, on Etsy you have to um, include the the timing of how long things should take you. And so I don't know, it's really complicated. I don't know. I don't really know how I'm going to do it. I have to think more about it, especially with the cardigan, the Pride cardigan, because that was using the Big Twist variegated yarn that I bought quite a bit of, but I'm not going to be using that for cardigans because the cardigan, the thing about that is that people had the option to message me and resize it if they needed to. So I might not have enough yarn to complete it because I have a limited amount that is no longer going to be supplied to me. So um, it's a lot annoying. And then I have to think about things. So I probably should spend some more time doing that. And I'm interested because I'm actually I might be mistaken on this, and if I am, please let me know. But I think a lot of my friends who crochet, pretty much everything that they make or everything that they sell is pre-made. Like they don't do a lot of made to order. They can do commissions. Like they're definitely capable of doing commissions, but the large portion of their business is they make stuff and then they just sell um, what is already made so they can ship right out from whenever someone orders. And so I think I kind of did it a little differently, and definitely not saying that that was better by any means, but just kind of saying what I did that seemed different from what um, other people did. So because I don't have as many people in my like social circle that buy crochet items. So a lot of mine was through the Etsy business of like having people come to my page and um, want things want things custom made. If that makes sense, I don't know if that makes sense. but yeah, so I'm gonna give it a go and see how that works, and maybe I'll have to kind of shift things around and see. But this has been a very long week, so I hope that everyone who's watching or watching the replay um, has had a relatively relaxing week and weekend so they can go into the week refreshed. I don't know. I don't like I was saying earlier, it's kind of hard for me to believe that the weekend's over and like I'm about to have to go back into the week again because it just doesn't really feel like I had a weekend. Um, I don't know. It's it's hard when you're kind of holed up in your apartment because you just don't get that same I don't know experience of days passing. Uh, but it is better at least that I have um, certain obligations that keep my days going. But I don't know. It's just weird that it's Sunday. I um, kind of can't deal. So my cat has been more active. Scotty's been a little bit more active. Not today. Today he's been a little bit more chill, but did get a case of like minor zoomies last night. He drank a bunch of water, which I was super happy. Um, well, a noticeable amount of water. I don't think he's eaten anything still, so it makes me a little nervous. But um, he um, he he drank some water. He used the restroom in the right place, and he's just been hiding for the rest of the day. So I'm hoping that he will come out and kind of be a little bit more active because he started to kind of peek out and explore a little bit more, which I was really happy about. Um, I if you didn't hear it before, I just adopted Scotty. He is a black Scottish fold, and he was bullied by his fellow house cat for 2 years. And so he's just a very nervous little guy. And I feel like like with my PTSD, like I feel like I really relate to Scotty. I'm like, did I adopt like 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 a version of my PTSD? Um, and I definitely think to a degree I did, but my therapist was like, use this as kind of like like how you're like, use how gentle you are with him to be like that gentle to yourself, and how like you are trying to ease him out of his anxiety. Use those techniques on yourself to ease yourself out of that anxiety. And I am trying to think about it like that, like how am I making myself feel more calm in this big giant move that I've done, because it really is just a huge deal, and I can't really express how freaking big it feels, and it is on every like part of like my brain and my spirit and my soul and my body, and like everything is just um I'm, you know, I feel like I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing a lot better than I thought I would, which I'm grateful for. I'm always happy to be wrong in that aspect. Um, and I, am I still? It still thinks I'm on the bus. No, it doesn't think I'm on the bus. It's just asking me how crowded the bus is. I don't know. I'm not on it. I got off the bus early because I wanted to check out this area that um, is earlier than my stop. So this is a shirt that I made. It might be hard to see, so you can see the mesh on the side and the puffs on the side, on the shoulders, and then the top surgery scars that I put in. I kind of wish I had done like a slightly different color. The thing is, the scars on most people are either a darker shade of their skin tone or like pink red. And because the shirt's pink, it would have been, I feel like, or because the little person on there is pink, I felt like it wouldn't have had the same impact. So I put black, but now I'm like, I don't know if I really like the black. So, but I feel like it still, you know, does the trick for sure. It's just, is is it exactly what I want? I don't know. I can always cut it out and redo it. It's not a huge deal if it bothers me. Okay, so now I am not at the right count. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, yeah, I'm like, Okay, mine's 2. Okay, I need to add 7 stitches. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1. Yeah, I don't know how my counts got so far off, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I don't know how my counts got so far off, but this is where the brim starts to flare out, so hopefully this will fix it. We'll see. Really, all it has to do is go out. It doesn't have to be fitted to anything, so that's a good part about making a mistake that I can just add some stitches, hopefully, and it won't be too bad, but we'll see. I'm glad that the film gross texture of this yarn is um, uh, because that like working with it, it just was gunking up the hook a lot and slowing me down, and I was so miserable trying to use it. No, this one. I feel like my coordination's been like a lot worse lately. Where I'm like I feel like I'm usually a lot faster at crocheting than this, but for some reason, I'm like, "Oh," like I don't know what it is. Where I'm like my hand-eye coordination's a lot worse. Could be my ADHD's just been extra bad. Um, it's been a whole hullabaloo about that, but I don't want to really get into it because it's just out of my control, and I'm just doing the best I can with what I can. You know, that's all I can do. But yeah, I do feel like maybe that's part of it. Who knows? Where I added a lot of stitches right next to each other when they should have been a little bit more spread out, perhaps, then I think that the brim is going to be a little bit more wavy, but I think that that should be the only potential issue. So I'm not too worried about that. It's just going to be a little wavy, which the brim is going to be kind of wavy anyways, probably. Although this yarn is a lot more like structurally like firm than the yarn that I used before, and that was even before I steamed it and stretched it out. So I'm thinking that the brim is going to be a lot firmer um, than it was for uh, my previous attempt. This place is cool. Has a lot of yarn. Hmm. There's some cool yarn stores near me. They're not open now. I mean, it's 5:37 p.m. on a Sunday, so they're either closed right now or they're about to close. But it looks like some cool options for yarn that I haven't looked at yet. So um, maybe, I mean, I don't have room for more yarn. but uh, so I should really not go there. But maybe when I have made and sold some stuff, I can check it out. So went around. I'm gonna go around again. There's a lot of tiny cracks, which felt good, but they had better posture. I wish I had my that fancy fucking pillow, the Volare pillow that I bought. So shitty to like have bought something and like know you have it, and it's just like not near you, or you don't have access to it. So I'll be going back to North Carolina at the end of May for my sister's birthday. My little sister, not birthday, sorry, my little sister's wedding. And so I think I'm just gonna bring my suitcase just like empty, like have like the bare minimum clothes I need just to get through the ceremony and everything, and then um, uh, uh, just like pack up the stuff that I can and have room for from home, because that would be really, really nice to have a lot of my stuff. Because moving here, and moving into the apartment, I had to buy, like, I was really lucky and fortunate that like my apartment was furnished. It had like a dresser, a bed, um, TV, and like a little table and chairs. But I didn't have anything, and so like I just had the clothes that I wore at the Silver Living that I was at. So I had to get everything, and then like every single day I was ordering from um, like Walmart Plus, like, oh shit, I need this. Oh shit, I need this, like constantly. So luckily it's slowed down where it's like I've made it a couple nights where I don't need to order something every single day, because like the good thing about Walmart Plus is you can get something delivered the same day. Um, and so I would be getting like all this shit that I needed, and get it the same day. But because also it's like Walmart's not close. Like it's, I think the bus ride just one way is like a little under an hour, and then you have stuff like that that you are carrying on the bus, so you take up a bunch of room. The bus is full, and that's annoying, and then you have to get home with it, and so um, and then like what if you forget something, then you still don't have it. So having it be delivered has been a lifesaver in the whole process. It's interesting because the rainbow uh, yarn from this like the living yarn, it's a lot more self striping than I feel like the other ones are. Like I don't feel like they were as self striping. I felt like they were more variegated, whereas this is definitely self striping. So it's creating a defined pattern, whereas I feel like the other ones don't really do that. Um, but maybe that's just my imagination. Also, I saw this person who was talking about like how they sold things like pre-made things and how they had a shop. And I don't know if their shop is like on Shopify or if it's on Etsy or what. But they were talking about how like they do like restocks and how uh, like much stuff that they want to make or like how they uh, but how they're keeping track of like their sales in a month. Um, and I wonder if I could do something like that where I like have like a goal of like, okay, I want to make like one item on average per day. And so that can mean like, okay, well, this thing, I know I can pop one of these out in like a certain amount of time. I like a couple hours, then I'll do that. And then, um, but also have like larger projects that I do. Also, I really want to, so I haven't talked about this and I really wish more people were here so I could talk about it. But I posted in Army of Weirdos that I want to do a auction or something on uh, in June for Alzheimer's awareness for the longest day, which I've partnered with before. Great organization that I have worked with, and but June's also Pride Month, which is when a lot of us are, like we're selling things for Pride Month, so it's difficult. But I want to do like, I'm thinking I want to do something big because I've noticed that those big auction items are like tend to be what people buy. So I was thinking about doing like an Afghan or like something like or a mandala like throw or something like something that's very different for me. Um, but I'm not quite sure. So it's I don't know. But I also want people to like be be involved in it. And so if I don't want to make it Afghan if no one's gonna show up to it. So um, right now, all of my um, the profits from my uh, pattern. Uh, Hold on one second. The profits from my my 1 second. Six. Okay, so let me put the links in. Okay, so first I will the pattern for the hat is available. It's $3 US, and it is a pat where you can make it in any color, and it is it has looks like it has awareness ribbons on it, so you can make it in any color. If you wanted to make it for Alzheimer's awareness, you would use like a royal purple. Um, um, but you can also use it for breast cancer awareness. I actually learned part of the technique from Nastasia, who did something like that for breast cancer awareness. So you can make it in pink, looks great in pink. And then if you want to buy the hat made, then, which I imagine a lot of people here wouldn't, but just in case, then you can buy the a custom made hat where you can make it in any colors, just for any cause. So all the profits from those, so 100% of the pattern profits, 100% of the pattern costs after Etsy takes their cut, and the profits after the hat are going for the Alzheimer's awareness donation. So if you would like to buy those, that would be one way that you could donate to the cause. Um, just wanted to put that out there because that's something that I'm doing um, uh, up until the end of June. My stomach is like, feed me, Seymour. Even though I did eat. I guess it's been a little while. It's probably time to eat. 2, 3, 4, 5. Just going around and around and around and around. Little bitch. And it like slips out the end of your hook and you're trying to like get it so don't have to like undo the whole thing. I'm so much slower right now. So annoying. Can I blame the yarn? I'm gonna blame the yarn. Because like sometimes it's just like and right now it's just not. I definitely have to make some awareness driven hats to sell because I think that would be really good to have um, for the auction. Okay, Stunning, chill the fuck out. We're almost done. We're so close. There's just a couple rows. My counts are wrong again. What the fuck, man? I can't. I don't know why my counts are wrong. This is super annoying. But it's like it's cutting out fine. It's just my counts wrong. Trips around the sun. I'm hoping I can use just this yarn ball in the instructions. They said that they used two, but it would be really nice if I could get one hat per skein so that I didn't have to break open a new skein just for the end. But we'll see. Mm-hmm. Hey Tammy, welcome in. Sorry, I am in the zone trying to finish up the last couple rounds of this witchy hat, I should say. I don't know. Um, but it's little rainbow witch hat, and it's supposed to be like a modern witch hat, so it's kind of got this different shape. It's like a beanie that has the little point. Yeah, your emojis show up kind of weird in Restream, but I think I get the gist. Good to see you. So I'm just, I don't think I'm gonna, I think I'm gonna have to use another skein to finish this off. I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish it the last couple rows with this. Yeah, the pattern, if you, I've tried to link I think I don't remember if I've shared it when you've been on here, but if you type in crochet pattern, if you type that in on Etsy, uh, this is the pattern that I'm using. So it's not my own pattern. I'm doing okay. I kind of like crazy that the weekend is over. I mean, it's Sunday, Sunday Sunday afternoon here. It's 6:03 p.m. So it's kind of crazy. I don't really know where the weekend went, but I guess it's easy to say that kind of like every weekend, you know? But it really does feel like this one flew by. It's been a crazy week for me with moving and all of that, moving out on my own. Lots of good and not as good things. So you know, I don't even know how to answer how am I doing, but how are you doing? Also, I posted earlier in the chat two links. The first link is if you look at the awareness ribbon hat pattern, 100% of what's left over after Etsy takes out their cut, um, that will go to if you buy this pattern that I made from now until the end of June. The proceeds will go to Alzheimer's awareness, the Alzheimer's awareness organization that I work with. And then if you did not want to make the hat, or someone else wanted to get the hat made for them, all the profit from that, because the yarn is expensive to buy everywhere now. But if anyone wanted the hat, the profits from that are going to Alzheimer's research. So that's until the end of June. Just wanted to let you know. Oh, you sick with bronchitis? Oh, that's the worst. Bronchitis is not fun. I've had it quite a few times and it is not fun. So the first one is the pattern. The $3 one is the pattern. And the second one is the custom made hat. Um, so if you can crochet, which then you probably don't need to buy that hat itself. Also, I plan on doing a marathon, like a YouTube marathon in June. On I believe it's June 21st. Alzheimer's, yes. Yeah, so Alzheimer's is a neurological disorder. So it's in the brain that causes someone to start losing their. First, it starts with short term memory and then it moves to long term memory. They become unable to take care of themselves. Um, I believe a lot of Alzheimer's research also goes into dementia research, but I think it more specializes in. Um, yes, that is the pattern. Um, it so you'll see that the hat has like ribbons on it. So it's an awareness ribbon. So you know how like breast cancer has a pink ribbon. Alzheimer's uh, the ribbon for Alzheimer's is royal purple. So it's just a pattern for a hat that can be used for any awareness ribbon, but I'm using the proceeds or the profits from those to donate to Alzheimer's specifically. Well, you said Alzheimer's and put a question mark, so I didn't know if you knew. I just, I mean, I didn't know if you knew or not. Yeah, so I just made it. I made it in pink and I made it in blue because I wanted to make them in more recognizable colors. But you can make it in any color for any cause. It's just a pattern on how to make the hat. It's not about what color you need to make it in. But I uh, um, will. Yeah, the proceeds are for Alzheimer's because so the Alzheimer's Association, which I've worked with before, um, they they do every year they do a fundraiser called the Longest Day, and it's on the summer solstice, so the longest day of the year, and that is June 21st this year. And so uh, I'm planning to do or it's the 20th. Well, my phone said it was the 20th, but then I think they're planning on doing things on the. Okay, that's cool. My my Etsy is Ian's Weirdo Emporium. But if you go to the links that is on my um, that's on my Etsy page. So I plan on. I really want to do an auction if possible, which I'm not. I'm trying to rally the troops to do that, and uh, then um, uh, hopefully get some donations over to that for Alzheimer's research. I lost my grandma to Alzheimer's several years ago. Yes, let me get that for you. I don't know how. I don't know if it'll flip out. So this is the. This is their project, and you can create a team, and you can pay, and that's part of your donation. And then they will send you like a T-shirt and some like stuff to decorate, some talking points about Alzheimer's, and not only that, but how the Alzheimer's Association works and how they fund Alzheimer's research. Um, and so I've worked with them before. I didn't realize when I signed up that I would be I would be uh, I'll sign in later. That I was gonna get it like a shirt and stuff when I did it the first time. So it was really a nice surprise. But yeah, you can get a shirt and all of that with your donation if you want to create your own team. Um, or you can donate them through them directly through my team, which I was trying to sign in, but I um, I couldn't remember my login because I think it's on my phone. I'm using my pattern that for my pattern. But if you're in the group on Facebook, I'll put it in there, and um, they you can donate directly through like the team, and so it's like a group effort in that one. So it's up to you how you decide to do it. And then for the winter solstice, they sent me these like what's the word for it? It's like the bags that you put the candles or the lights in. Something Aries, luminaries. Is that what it is? They sent me one of those, and so that's for the shortest day of the year for the winter solstice. Um, and then they'll like check in, you know, but they're not like overly pushy like some organizations about donating stuff like that. So I've really had good luck working with them, and I'd like to continue working with them. I've also worked with, let's see, I think I did something with the Trevor Project a couple years ago, which I haven't done in a while, so that would be nice to do. But it with the longest day being in June, which is also Pride Month, it's hard to do both back to back because people get burnt out. Um, yeah, Army of Weirdos. Um, yeah, I posted something about it the other day, but I don't know if I posted my specific team yet. I think I was trying to do a temperature check to see if anyone was interested in doing that or if everyone would be so busy with Pride stuff that they wouldn't have time for it. No one really responded, so I haven't made it. I don't know if I've made any moves yet um, because if I do a marathon, it's really hard to do a marathon of crochet if like with like an auction if like nobody shows up. It's really, really hard. So, and because I've been off of YouTube for a while, I'm still, I have to go ahead and like rebuild that whole, like my YouTube presence or whatever, again. So building that back up takes time and consistency. Um, but yeah, I if you are in that group, you should have been tagged. I tagged everyone, so unless you click something at one point that said I don't want to be tagged when everyone is tagged in this group, you should have been tagged in the Alzheimer's post, but it's not guaranteed. So just yeah, if you look in the Facebook group, uh, I just tried to see if people were willing to do something for it, but I haven't received any feedback yet. So I don't think I have. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna make it. I'm gonna have to get more yarn, which sucks because I packed up this yarn. Because I had pulled out like a second skein, thinking I would need both, and then I was like, oh, I think I'll be able to make it with just this one. Yeah. So yeah, and then I also did what I did the suicide hotline, right? Or just was it the trip? I think I might have done the suicide hotline. I'm trying to think of like all the I try to do like pretty frequent charity work. Unfortunately, in the past little while, it's kind of fallen off because it's just really hard to coordinate a lot of that stuff, and I haven't been able to do that because I haven't had consistent access to the internet or crochet or all types of things. So I'm really looking forward to getting back involved in that because Charity is something that's very important to me, um, and making sure that, if I do have the opportunity to help, I can, even if I'm not always in like the best financial position. If I have like a little bit to give, or I have a way to, if I have a, um, if I have the means to like help organize something and make something happen that way, then that's that's really important to me. So I'm really I would really like to do something for um, June. So hopefully we can make it work. Hopefully I can get some people interested in donating some projects to either to the cause, or donating directly to it. And then maybe I'll um, figure out something that can entertain people for a while, because it does get really difficult when you start to get into hours like 3, 4 plus of keeping people entertained and trying to be interesting, especially when you are by yourself. Um, and uh, I know that that is, in my experience, been something that has been really challenging in the past. So making sure that I can do it is important. Okay, so I'm gonna go see if I can locate this other skein of yarn before, and hopefully I did pull it out and kept it out instead of putting it back in the place where I think it might be, because that would be highly annoying. It looks really cute. Jump on the ground. Sorry, 1 second. I think I put it. I think I put it up. 1 second. Later. Okay. So luckily I was able to find it without too much effort. Okay, so I think I know pretty much the rest of the pattern. Pretty straightforward, but I want to have it up just in case. Mm-hmm. Making a little witch hat. Oh, I need more juice. 1 second. Yeah, super low. I need to go to the smoke shop. Ugh, go to the smoke shop. Oh, I have juice somewhere else. It's half tank. Okay. I'm gonna keep this because I do like this one. It's like, it's just called Beard, and which is such a weird name for juice, but um, it's supposed to be like a cinnamon funnel cake, and I don't know what like it's like such a different flavor than I would ever normally go for. And once I ordered it, I was like, this is gonna be so gross. I'm gonna hate it for so much because I don't like sweet flavors like at all. But it's actually really, really good, and I love cinnamon. And the reason I got it is because I love cinnamon so much. Okay, it's rude. Oh, yesterday, I don't think I had gotten this by the time I showed, by the time I was on live, but this is the Krogo handle, which I talked about a lot when I got my other one. Like a lot, a lot. I probably, like, people were probably like, shut the hell up. Oh my gosh, we get it. Like I'm actually 1000% sure people were like that. So I'm not going to go into detail, but I did get another one. I got a different green, but I think this is the dark green glitter, whereas I think the color I got before was pesto. The pesto color was prettier, if I'm being honest, but the dark green glitter is still really pretty, but the pesto is really my fave. I didn't want the lime green as much, but this is a really cool little nifty tool to transform your hooks into ergonomic hooks, so you don't have to go buy every single size of ergonomic hook. Six. If you want the link to that on Etsy, I would be happy to share it. It's not for everybody. I know some people don't like or need ergonomic hooks or have different ones that they prefer. But for me, like I went from like I just wanted to stop having to buy like individual sizes, and especially when I could get really inexpensive hooks that would fit this. So it worked really well for my style. But everybody's different. So if you want the link, I would be happy to share it with you. If you don't, that's cool too. I just, I know, like, I literally probably spent like total like 6 or 7 hours talking about this before. So I'm not going to push it on anybody else. Um, I might answer it depending on what it is. You're welcome to ask it. I just might not answer it. One, two, three, four, five, six. I'm all anxious, like, oh my gosh, what question is coming? I'm like super anxious. I keep on like glaring at it, like, oh my gosh, what's gonna pop up? I believe that Jesus was a person that existed in history. Um, I I don't know. I don't feel qualified to speak on anything else other than that. No, I mean you don't offend me. I mean it doesn't offend me. I don't have like a neat and tidy answer for. I mean it's just about as sure as I can be about that. Please, two, three, 5, 6. I guess the better question would be is why do you ask? 2. Okay. So that makes I don't. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't. I mean, I don't know. Doesn't. Uh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Feeling increasingly awkward. Now the end of the yarn is like super filmy and gross. Wiping it on my jeans so I can get it off my husk. Glue. Okay, that's cool. Yes, I'll have to believe that. As are you. Oh, it's so gross. Mm-hmm. Doesn't sound super healthy if you have to drag someone there, but you know, just personal opinion. But people are allowed to believe what they want to believe, as long as they're not hurting themselves or anyone else. So, a firm believer in that. Oh, this is gonna be barfy. This is gonna be so barfy. Yeah, that's a full baby. This is horrendous. Please, just okay. This is always a nightmare. Because you don't want to make it worse, but it's like a Russian nesting doll of like, I don't see why you need to though. I mean, the thing is, the way I see it, if you want my honest opinion, is it's not going to offend me if you do it, but I don't know why you got to tell me that you're doing it. Does that make sense? It's not that you can. It's just like why? Why like I've never understood that part. Because that wouldn't change the outcome. Or like, yeah, you can do whatever you want. Mhm. Do your thing. I mean, two, three, one, two. That's not what I knew about the origin of the Barbie doll, but that's pretty interesting. Pretty wild. Okay, almost done. Last 3 rounds. ready to be done with you. These last couple rows, I'm just like, oh, I just want to be done. Yeah, I know Barbie the girl's toy. I thought the story was this lady made it for her daughter, but I guess maybe that's not the truth. I don't know. Stranger things have been true. Okay, this song sucks. Hmm. Ouch. Sounds super painful. No good things happen shopping Hobby Lobby. What are you gonna do? But I'm sorry that you're hurting. You know. Well, hopefully it starts to feel better. It sounds really painful. Well, hopefully it will break that. It's, yeah, that's good. I don't support Hobby Lobby, but they do have some nice yarn, but not worth it for me. But each person gets to choose how they spend their money. It's not my business. Yeah, you gotta be pretty vigilant on the medication train for bronchitis. The cough is brutal. I feel like you're gonna cough up both of your lungs simultaneously and shit your pants. And it's it's awful, and your whole body just is just wrecked. Hurts so bad. Bronchitis is not fun. Would not recommend. Very nice. Do you know what kind of shawl you're going to be making? I've never been much of a shawl person myself, like making them or um, wearing them. Just, I guess it just doesn't fit with my style, but I always am enamored when I see other people's work. I've seen some beautiful shawls over the years that I'm always just amazed by, but just not my thing. Also, make sure you're, resting and taking care of yourself, not just, you know, even though crocheting doesn't involve a lot of uh, movement and stuff, it's still important to rest outside of crochet if your body needs it. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Oh, cool. Yeah, I feel like I've seen that. Yeah, the shape is really nice. I'm a big fan of bats, as you might know. So every time I see a bat tattoo, I'm like, I want that. I'm like, I'm gonna have like 80 bat tattoos. I'm just gonna be all bats. I'm like, so this is the last row of single crochets, and then it's reverse single crochets or the crab stitch at the end, in the last row, to create some sturdiness. So I'm gonna give it a try before I do the crab stitch, because I don't do that freaking stitch if it looks terrible. my feet. Pockets are essential. Pockets are important. I like pockets. Scotty. Nope. Scotty. Hey. Hey, little scaredy cat. Little scaredy cat. You give me something? Yeah, I already have bats right here, and so I want a bat upside down here. So I'm gonna get bats into here. Bats coming over my shoulder. Um, so I already have that planned, and then I'll get the reverse single crochet is also called the crab stitch. Basically doing the so if you're right-handed and you normally crochet from right to left, you are doing your single crochets, but you're moving the opposite way. So you're always moving the opposite way, no matter what side you do it. But if you're right hand dominant, then you are moving to the right when you do your stitch. And it's not the most comfortable on my wrists, so um, I don't want to have to do it again if I the hat looks bad. Plus, once so we'll see if this hat turns out okay. Hope it does. A cat guy. Yeah. Um, yeah. No, I love cats. Big fan of cats. Always have been. Um, I mean, dogs are cool. I'm more selective about dogs actually, but pretty much a universal cat lover. Um, I like that you have to earn their trust, that it's not implicitly given. Um, like that they all have their own kind of distinctive personalities. There's a lot of cool dogs out there that I'm down with. Um, but I don't really like uh, untrained dogs that are, I've been bitching a lot about LA, and it's people take their dogs everywhere and they're not trained and they're just constantly annoying. I'm just like, just don't take your dog places if it's not trained. Like, keep your dog at home where dogs belong. But unless it's a service animal, but then there's like a bunch of like fake service animals here, which is endlessly annoying because I am someone who actually needs a service dog. Like actually, like I legitimately like my dog Riker, like he went through all of the service dog training and he ended up not being able to be a service dog like right there at the end. So we spent all that money and all that time, all that training, but we got him in March 2020, and that was the height of the pandemic. And so he did really well in boarding, and like paying to train a service dog is so expensive, and they have to be so well behaved. And um, um, and then once he came out of boarding, it was up to us to keep his training going. And then we were supposed to do a check-in like a couple weeks later with the trainer. But the thing is, he wasn't able to socialize with other dogs while he was with us, and we were trying to keep his training up. So he developed some what it looked like on leash aggression, but it was actually him being very anxious around other dogs. so he wasn't able to be a service dog. So fake service dogs are a huge, like beyond. This is not meant to be a pun, but pet peeve, irritation, makes me super irate. Um, in fact, because there are people out there like myself who actually need service dogs, and and there are people who just put a vest on a regular dog, and that's illegal. It's illegal, but they're doing it anyways. I mean, that's like not even half of it, but okay. This looks like the most fun rainbow of all time. I don't know who that is, but to I can't afford to pay for service dog training again. Now that I'm disabled, I can't afford it, and um, because service dogs can do a wide array of things, um, there are places that specialize in certain different types of service dogs, and psychiatric dogs are generally the least. They're the hardest ones to get on a volunteer, uh, on a like a a charity basis, because there are so many people who need uh, actual service dogs that will be put before psychiatric dogs, even though like psychiatric dogs can like smell mania coming. I don't know who the dog that I don't, you that I still don't know who. I still don't know what you're talking about. You just said the same thing. Like I can't pay a trainer if that's what that is. Like so they have to be like certified to be able to train a, a service dog, and like when I like service dogs are in the like thousands, if not like tens of thousands of dollars of investment. So no matter what the disability is, unless it's 100%, or no matter what the discount is, like there's no way I can afford one. Also, I live in a really small space, and it would be really hard to have a dog here. But yeah, they psychiatric service dogs. The wait list is insane. I can't see your link because uh, you're not allowed to post a link um, there, um, uh, on my page, or on my uh, chat. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. Yeah, you can't. It won't let you. You restream, and YouTube won't let you post a link because uh, other people ruined it, basically. Yeah. No, I've looked at every um, every avenue, because I was going to do that before getting a cat. That's more important than getting a cat, but because it's just not possible for me, I got turned down from everywhere. Um, so And then you technically can train one yourself. It's incredibly hard, especially with things like, getting them to detect like physiological changes. Um, you like it just you have to have like a really good um, you have to have someone who specializes in that type of training. So it's not just good dog training. It's like life saving dog smells what's going in your body training for dogs. Okay, we're almost at the end of the row. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it. I don't mean to like shoot down things. It's just I've been through the process like many times, and so I understand exactly, or I understand more about what exactly a service dog would I like. I would need from a service dog. I wonder what's the front and what's the back. Is this the front? Okay, that's actually really freaking cute. Oh my gosh, it's super cute. Yeah, and because the yarn is stiffer because it has a residue, it actually the brim. Okay, so now we shall crab stitch. I'm really excited to make one of these in like a lesbian in the lesbian colors because I feel like that's gonna like fly off the shelves, but maybe maybe not. We'll see. Yeah, it's a really cute pattern. I've been wanting to do one for a while. I did it in another yarn, but then I tried to block it and I stretched out the brim and it just is like so floppy. So I'm gonna try to fix it with some wire when I get my next disability check, but right now it's just kind of thrown across the room. Like I know where it is, but I'm not dealing with it right now. God, this is so slow. I hate this stitch. Doesn't hurt as much as I remember when I did it the first time, but it's still a very uncomfortable like rhythm to get into. and the crab stitch, so it doesn't so it provides some stability to the edge, so the edge will look even. It'll look tidier and it'll also be sturdier. Oh yeah, the phlegm is the worst. We're almost done. Just gotta do this last row. So then, like one end, because I just woven the ends of changing the yarn. So like I'm not sewing this in. It's in the brim. There's gonna be like no tension or anything. I figured that would be the safe. It'd be safe enough. I didn't need to do anything fancy for that. So different when you're like sewing clothes and stuff like that. I after making this shirt, I hello Steady Freddy Steel Worldwide too. I don't know what that means, but okay. Uh, eat before midnight. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely eat. I am making a little witchy hat. I am on the last row. I'm ready for this to be done because I'm over it. And I just want to not be doing this. I'm going to be thinking about what I'm going to be making next. Yeah, make sure to take care of yourself, get something to eat. Definitely want to hydrate and take care of yourself while you're feeling so bad because bronchitis is a beast. Ugh, it sucks. I was like, before midnight, I was like, it's only 7. And then I was like, oh yeah, time change. It exists. Duh. I always forget. It's so, like, not that, like, the East Coast of um, the US is, like, the beginning or end of, like, the, the time. It's, but, like, of time. But, like, oh, fasting blood work. Oh, yeah, that's always annoying. Hopefully it's relatively early so you can eat. Um, you don't have to wait too long to eat. Um, and but like being on the East Coast for most of my life, it was pretty rare that I wasn't like ahead of other time zones. That I of people that I talked to, because most of the people that I talked to were in the Americas, and especially in like North America. So being in the Pacific time zone now, it's like, oh yeah, I'm not ahead of anyone, or I'm not ahead of most of the people I typically talk to online. So okay, yep. Take care of yourself, Timmy. Okay, about halfway through the hat. Oh, fuck! The stitch came out, motherfucker. Whatever. A gaming game. I think I think all games are gaming games. Now the end I will sew in, rather than weaving it in with my hook, just so I can get it nice and crisp. Making that cup of noodles. Okay. My feet are falling asleep. Just in time for me to be very close to being done with this. Well, I mean, all games are gaming games. Like it's gaming is like doing a game. So it's gaming, like you. I'm just saying. I'm just joking that it's funny because you you when you play any game, you are a game. Jesus, who's blowing up my shit? Leave me alone. Let me finish this. Mm. Yeah. Yeah, be careful with that. You don't want to fall and hurt yourself more, especially when you're feeling so weak. Yeah, you gotta take it easy, lean on things if you gotta, you know. We're so close to the end. World of Warcraft, yes, another game. Yep, I'm almost done. I have like 20 stitches left. And then sewing in, and I was like halfway done with the hat when I started this live, so it's nice to have it be done. Just gonna do a stitch. And I have to kind of be mindful to get the height. Okay, so I'll sew it in when I'm off camera. But nope, wrong way. Doesn't matter. Okay, so little, yeah. See, it's a lot. But yeah, the crab stitch really they work this little magic. Is this the way? I don't know. I don't know. I've been doing that side on the back. Yeah. A little less shark finny. A little more pointy. So that's it. Yeah, I've got to sew in this end. Crochet. I feel like I don't whip them out that fast, but I've gotten faster, a lot faster over the years. But yeah, it's all about perspective because it always seems faster when someone else is doing it, right? So this is the end of the hat, other than this. So I will let you go, but I'll talk to you later. I hope you have a good day. Bye, or night. Bye.